There we go. All right. Hi there, WIN community. We're back again. So thanks for tuning in. For everybody watching from the US, happy almost Thanksgiving. As you know, I'm Sarah. I'm the WIN Programs Manager and the New Jersey leader. And I'm coming today to talk to you as the Programs Manager because one of the programs that I manage is the WIN and the Mentor program. And here with me is one of our interns, and she is my mentee. Say hi, Frankie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Frankie. And like Sarah said, I am a intern and her mentee for this past summer fall program.
Yeah, we've actually been working together, all of us, for I think about like 5 months. So it's definitely been a productive time for everybody, most definitely. But the reason I wanted to come live with Frankie was to help everyone understand the mentor mentee relationship. This way, if anybody is kind of like on the fence about mentoring for next year, because our next round of interns are coming in on officially January 8th. And what I do is I usually assign people within like a 2 week period, you say, give or take, because I like to get to know everyone. And then what I give to the mentors is their resume, introduction blog post, and social media handles so they can get all familiarized. But Frankie, do you want to tell them a little bit about how it helped you grow and hit some of your goals?
For sure. So, coming into the WIN program and the internship, I had a strong desire to learn about digital marketing, and just get a better grasp on how that works, especially for a real life business. So I found particularly the mentor mentee aspect of the WIN program to be really, really helpful because it gave me the opportunity to kind of take things that I had been learning about in my classes and actually apply them to a real marketing campaign with a real company. So since I was Sarah's mentee, I was able to work with her and Sarah's social strategies. And I was able to do things like run email marketing campaigns or, post to LinkedIn or look at the analytics behind a blog post that went up recently. And that kind of information was not something that I could ever get in a classroom. And so it was really, really interesting and really, really helpful for me to be able to see how these things play out in real life in a real marketing scenario. And I also really appreciated the fact that the WIN program not only has this mentorship, but it also is a bit of like a workshop and a skill building exercise almost as a large group outside of the mentorship. Each week we learned about different areas of marketing, various social media platforms. I got to learn about Clubhouse and Facebook, which I really didn't have much experience with at all before doing this program, but now I can say I'm really confident in understanding how the platforms work, various like tips and tricks to use them properly, and how to execute campaigns on them. And all of that was because we had these weekly meetings with Sarah as the programs manager, who was able to teach us all of these things. So overall, it's just really built my foundational skill set within like the marketing realm. And it's been a really, really great opportunity to kind of learn and grow and have specifics that I can talk about in my future when I'm applying for various other positions. I can look back and point to specific things and talk about specific skills that I've learned and grown with. So yeah, it was really,
No,
really
thank you.
awesome.
Thank you, Frankie. And I will say, while they are interns and they're learning, they really are eager to learn and they do a fabulous job. I have to say, working with Frankie was seamless. It really was. And she had a lot of great ideas. I allowed her to show her creativity and come up with different topics. And of course, you want to make sure everything aligns, and it really did. I as the program manager try to take my time to see who's going to be the best mentor mentee match. That's part of my job, to figure out who is going to have the best relationship. And it's based on, personalities, it's based on goals, it's based on potential tasks that everyone can do. So there's a lot to encompass on it when you're working together. And when you're working together for 4 or 5 months, you want to make sure that all of that works out well for both of you. Um, and then I have everybody set up their first meeting so they can get acquainted. The interns can share who they are, the mentors can share who they are. Um, we even had a couple of coffee chats this year, which was kind of just individual meetings, I'll call them, but it was more casual, where we did icebreaker questions, and everybody got to know each other that way as well, outside of the assignments and the task. Um, but we are definitely looking for mentors. Like I said, we have our core mentors. I do it. TC, Allegra, shout out to Karan as well. Nella, all of us really did well with it, and we're going to continue to do so. But as the program keeps expanding and we get more interns involved, we definitely want more of our WIN members involved, because it's a win-win situation for everybody. And if you've ever volunteered when you were younger, you know how amazing it feels to help out for whatever cause you're doing. Um, and if you saw some of the posts earlier, I posted Frankie and some of the other interns giving some testimonials and different things like that, to kind of give you guys a feel of what you're missing out on. So I I always, do the qualifiers. We have a form you guys can fill out. I can drop the link in the chat for you guys to learn more about the mentorship program, but it really is a great feeling to be mentoring someone, because I know when I was younger, I wish I had a mentor, so I feel like that was a key component missing out for me. So helping them through that tough spot that I had makes me feel good about it. Um, Frankie, how about you? Was this the first time you ever had like a mentor in an internship program?
Yeah. And any other program I've had in the past, it's been basically, your boss and then the rest of the interns that you're working with, which, I mean, is a common structure and there's nothing wrong with it. But knowing that within this program, there's one dedicated person that I could look to for more experience, or even just if I had a question about how does this work or why do you do this, which I had plenty of throughout the time that we worked together. It was really awesome to know that there was someone kind of in my corner to be that guidance and teach me specific things that otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to learn about, or maybe it would have been a bit more difficult to kind of learn and draw those conclusions. Um, but yeah, having that mentor in my corner was definitely a unique experience, but it was certainly really, really helpful, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that our program structure is a little different from the typical ones like that. So I'm glad that we have that extra component to be able to offer to interns. So I feel like that kind of gives us like a uniqueness with this with
Hmm.
this program, because it's like a twofold. Because I meet with the interns once a week, and I have set training topics, like Frankie said, from Facebook to Clubhouse, blogging, SEO, LinkedIn, Instagram. Um, Analytics. We have guest speakers come in for like Twitter and TikTok, because as you all know, I'm not a big fan of those. So we do have like a variety with the training, but I do like that we have the mentor aspect connected into it. So please, reach out to me if you have any questions. You guys know I'm always available for the WIN community. And like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the chats here on the Facebook page where this is live, in the group. This way, if you guys want to read up more, you most certainly can. And the application form will be on the website link. So the first step is filling that out. And then I'll reach out to you. I can have a quick, 10-15 minute call. And then I can send you our mentor SOPs, our standard operating procedures. So you guys can get an idea of a little more deep dive, I'll say, into the structure that we discussed briefly. And, then we can go from there. Frankie, any closing thoughts?
I would just say that it was a really cool program to be a part of. And I think that it was something that was very mutually beneficial. I got to learn a lot about things that I had no experience in, and I know that I was there almost as a resource for Sarah as well, to help handle things with her business that needed to be worked on, but also that could be done by someone like me, who was still learning and could use that as experience. So definitely a really, really unique but really cool and rewarding program for sure.
And you know what? I will say the way you put it was perfect. You most definitely were a valuable resource to me. Most definitely, because as entrepreneurs, we can get burnout really easily. And, maybe all we can afford at the time is one VA or something. But having interns there to help us take the smaller things off of our plate, and they get to learn and be able to use that to help build their digital portfolios, build their resume, their LinkedIn profile, all of these things. And it helps them when they're applying for the job when they're done with college, and it helps us to be able to focus on our zone of genius more, no matter what industry we are in. So it really is a win-win, and no pun intended.
For sure.
So, Frankie, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your time.
Of course.
And
Thank you for having me.
of course. All right, WIN community. I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. So don't keep me waiting, and enjoy the rest of the short week and the holiday weekend. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.